Have you heard? There's to be more restrictions on goods traded with Batar.
I find it liberating to hide.
We who are gathered.
Another fancy party host. I suppose I ought to avail myself of the victuals.
'Twouldn't do to meddle in each other's affairs here.
Everyone who dances with me complains of sore feet.
Naught but tedious talk of golden governance.
I must get a move on. I've much to do yet. Keep my arms strong and my mind sharp. Nary a treat or draining the mess.
Such quiet.
I do so enjoy dancing.
Our first sovereign in decades. At last, we will see the end of the age of proxies.
It would seem another ale can't make my dancing any worse.
All this merriment. I do hope our sovereign's enjoying himself.
Sir, how can I be of assistance?
Things will sort themselves out.
Everyone who dances with me complains of sore feet.
Have you business in Batal? Then you...
I ought to take a moment to review my affairs. Perhaps I'll have a nap here for my
I'd sooner stay out of that where possible. All my days throws air longer.
If you've naught to say, I'd best be going.
These festivities are part...
'Twouldn't do to...
You're far from your station, are you not?
I was bored out my skull guarding the palace. At least here I can listen to some courtly music. Makes the hours go by that much quicker.
The masquerade is already underway, sir. 'Twill be a long night. Longer still.
Hold a moment, sir.
You'd best mind yourself.
These masks are naught but a hindrance.
So tired.
Those new recruits barely lift their swords.
What should I get up to today?
I have been waiting for you, Arisen.
As I recall, the location of a... Another of our tasks is not far from here.
We shall have to decide which is the most pressing. We cannot do everything at once.
What's this? Come to admire my stuff. Ho, ho! To think if only my collection were complete, I'd fake. Alas, the sculpture that I commissioned to... And 'twould wound my pride to have... If your curiosity shall not be denied, however, the man's home is located in Batal. You need only tell him that I...
A simple conversation oft reveals what a week of searching never could. Whom shall we speak with first? Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
It was a fascinating tale those soldiers outside the palace were discussing.
Tis busy out there. Something good will come up today.
Hoi, friend! Have there any time for me today? I dare say there's something I've come to understand during my stolen hours exploring. Every last resident in this city is wholeheartedly devoted to living out their lives. For it made me painfully aware of my own position. I want to live a life I can proudly call my own, and I tire of enduring my mother's coddling, and of having to mind looking at this box. 'Tis proof that I am not my mother's servant to be willed about as she... 'Tis something I obtained, though it came to me through you. Pray, take this with my thanks. 'Tis... Now, I'd best be off. I may not be able to wander the city again for some time. Thus, I cannot say when, though I feel sure we shall. Till then...
That was quite a gift. I hope that procuring it was not a burden upon the lad.
Right you are.
Not much going on hereabouts.
As you please.
Our monster's
I'm in no hurry to leave.
This looks as good a place as any.
I'll take any chance not to think on my troubles.
You've come. Glad to see you, friend. So, what say you? Would you care to live here in my absence? Many thanks, friend. I knew I could count on you. I'll stop by again in a week's time.
We will find much better rest in an abode than out in the elements, methinks. Let us make good use of it while we can.
I suppose 'tis so.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the I return safe and sound. Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Off we go, then.
Feeling rested, I trust? Tis of dire import we unmask the false sovereign. To that end, we must travel to Vermin's eastern edge. Methinks I know the general destination. Shall I show you the way, Master?
The guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way. The road ahead is long, Master. What are ferry stones for, if not times such as these?
It is no great shock to me.
Why there, friend. All I ask is that you hear my request. What have you got to lose? My thanks, sir. As I've been holding off service on account of all the monsters on the road. Only trouble is, there are still monsters. That's where you come in. See, I've got a letter here from Lady Margaret, the Watchhead's wife, to be delivered to once. I'd like you to accompany the cart in my stead and see to it that the letter reaches its recipient. Splendid! I knew I now. The carts only depart at certain hours of the day. And mind you, don't forget to pay your way before you board. That's standard. Each cart travels with an escort of trained soldiers, so anyone thinking of riding for free will have had enough of my lecturing. Just make sure that... Oh, and I'll pay your fare this time, seeing as you're doing me a favour and all. Come find me when you've delivered that letter. I'll be waiting to hear from you.
This needs to be delivered. Shall we see it done? We're to see this letter to Sir Lennart in Melve. Shall we board the ox cart as directed, Master? Ah, yes, I know just where to find this person. Follow me.
This ox cart's bound for Melve. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
After you, Arisen.
Can't start it all.
Not good will come of this.
This is bad.
No sense weighing down my pack with rotten food. I'll dispose of it now, before the stink sets in.
Damn dragon. Hurry, everyone! Get yourselves to safety!
You go with them. I'll fell that thing myself. There you are.
Lend me your aid.
The beast spits a fell substance. Avoid its all fast.
Avoid it at all costs. You must rally. Panic will only wait till the enemy's advancing. Simple-minded creature, by all appearances. Not to easily redirect its focus on our attacks.
Very well, Mama.
Show yourself! 'Twas a lesson. Somehow I knew you'd come. You have my gratitude as well, sir.
Ulrika, glad I am to see you unharmed. You must return to the village. Everyone is concerned for you.
Forgive me. I'd best go. But I shan't forget this.
That wasn't the dragon, but a poor imitation of it. No wonder I feel so hollow. 'Tis a style, all a patchwork of techniques, honed for the soul. That wasn't the dragon, but a poor Sigurd, you're the current arisen, aren't you? I pray you do not walk the same path as I have. 'Tis a style, a patchwork of techniques.
What a right mess I'm in.
To have returned by that place puts my ears on it. Is that you, Norb? Oh, fie. Wait, listen. Would you be with brave fool said he was going to look for her? I'd go and search for him myself. I'm not afraid of monsters. But so I thought, mayhap... Please, sir. I worry for my brother. Many thanks. Go into the forest. This won't work, will it? But my brother and I are the only ones who use that. I suppose there's only one thing for it. I'll have to show you the way. Just be alert. The monster... I'll need you to watch over me. Keep me safe. Right.
I'll have an early supper.
What a long day of work.
Wish I didn't have to work to earn my bread.
Wearing armor all day feels like a punishment.
This place is awful dull.
Where are you going?
Seems naught ever goes right. like this place at all. This is a good spot. Let's stop here. I've camped here with my brother many a time. No doubt he...
Tisn't much of an adventure if all we do is make camp.
Let us return once we've grown tired from our labors.
Shall we hunt a few monsters to start the day off?
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Feeling rested, I trust?
Follow me. We ought press on, lest aught befall my brother.
Am I the first to notice we've all got different vocations?
Our respective abilities are unique as well.
We must each of us...
We've got goblins!
Caution would be wise, but we ought not let it hold us in our course. The hope so fitful of foe, we mean no trouble.
Fight on, and victory shall be ours. Outstanding!
One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
Seems naught ever goes right.
Ah, look. There are rare materials yonder, just waiting to be harvested.
Well spotted. Shall we see what we can find?
I don't like this place at all.
Can anyone hear me? Please!
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say. Seems they know we're not to be trifled with.
'Tis the mark of a champion to prevail with wet machine.
I'd thought I was done for.
Ah, it was a near thing.
I think I'll be all right.
Save your thanks, Norbert. I'm your...
From where I'm standing, all the... Anyway, I'm eager to be rid of this. The sooner the better. I've got to deliver these medicinal...
Ah, you'll hear no complaints from me.
'Tis our duty to protect our charge from harm. Sir Norbert has been found, and none the worse for wear. Let us return him to Melve at once. Pray, allow me to show you the way.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
come to think of it, some masters rearrange their party at the drop of a hat. One such arisen dismissed me after only half a day of service.
Each to their own. Pray, follow me. "'Tis this way.
If your pack grows over full, simply ask me to sell off your surplus items. I'll have the gold for you in a trice.
Come, I'll lead the way.
Back at last.
Aye, I'm exhausted, but I can
Good on you. You wonder why I don't follow him? So long as he stays... When my brother told me he was going to fetch those herbs, I refused to join him. Said it was too... And I was right. But my brother is always the one taking the initiative. While I stand... But today's misadventure showed me that the path forward is the one with fewer... We managed to save Norbert. Still, I can't help but wonder if I couldn't have spared him some of the pain and... So from now on, I'm going to trust in my own instincts. Ne'er again will I let fear stop me...
With Sir Norbert safely returned, Melv shan't lack for medicinal herbs. 2 good deeds in one, you might say.
Well met. Hope to see you again.
I do.
Master, you appear to be carrying rather a lot. Perhaps you ought to set a few things down?
Time to get back to work.
We're hunting for one day.
Oh, what does this say?
Shall we take a closer look?
I have a knack for gathering items and am ever on the hunt for new finds. I'll gladly try out any useful mechanisms I espy.
Be well, Arisen.
I hope I can count on you in a scrape.
Master, I vow to weigh my every word before speaking, and when in doubt, I shall hold my tongue.
I've a knack for combining materials that I hope you'll find useful. I'll craft aught I can using what's in my pack. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Should your pack grow over full, have no fear. I'll... lighten...
'Twas a fine journey we shared.
Oh,
Wherever you're
good. I see the Arisen's...
I've just remembered a curious rumour I overheard once. Seems there's an illness pawns can catch beyond the rift that has devastating consequences.
Here at the inn, I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something?
Always a pleasure.
Could you come over here?
My bed. I shan't resist.
This way, if you please, Master. Here at last.
Aye, what can I do for you? Ah, a letter from Lady Margaret, you say? It is a fair... She's a kindly sort, I must say. We met when I worked with her husband, Sir Gregor.
Shall we be off? We've a report to make.
Good day to you.
A treasure chest. Oh, I can hardly wait to open it.
Let us hope your curiosity will be rewarded.
Fancy a look at my wares? Always a pleasure. Well met, sir.
I see life as a journey.
E'er since the reign of Rothaeus, the founder of Vermund, the village of Melv has played an indispensable role in the... Yet twice now, as the dragon set upon this... The fault here lies with you, Ser Ulrika. You have
With all due respect, Sir Martin, our village has dispatched many of its young hands to the northern stronghold. Was it not the former consul who decreed that the stronghold should serve to defend the kingdom? Yet the stronghold has remained entirely silent to our plight. How can you...
I know of no such agreement. At the very least, Queen Regent...
But I'm quite sure the consul...
You would dare misrepresent the words of the dead? If so, then Melv's problems ran far deeper than I had thought. 'Tis not indolent...
What? I intended nothing of the sort. Pray, let us...
Save your honeyed words, traitor! I'm a...
You came to see me? Forgive me. Still, how would you like to stay the night? It was by your godly efforts that Melv escaped the worst. Of the people of this village are more precious to me than life itself. To lose them, I wanted. Now, 'tis time we slept. There is much to be done for the village, and I shan't manage it without a good night.
Ah, that's right. Where is Ulrika? The Queen Regent has declared that Ulrika be apprehended. All who seek to abet her will be tried.
Ulrika is What? She stole away in the dead of night. Ask around. Several... I cannot say why for certain, but I imagine she took your words to... Realizing her plans for rebellion had been found out, she chose to abandon the village.
You would have me believe that Ulrika was acting alone.
Aye, that's the...
Very well. I shall take you at your word, sir. For the time being, your village will be in our hands. If 'tis as you say, I do not expect...
'Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
We ought to put it to good...
Ah, there you are. There's aught I would ask of you. You've heard she fled the village, aye? though, that as she left the village, that she might fulfill. As for where she went, it would be unwise for me to go looking for her, lest I draw the eyes of the overseers. I can only pray that she does not fall into the Queen Regent's clutches.
Methinks I've an idea of where Sir Ulrika might have gone, Master. I can guide you there if you wish.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
What luck! 'Tis a chest!
Not all chests contain treasure, you know.
Oh, now here's a surprise.
The thrill of discovery never gets old. Huh. I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this. Methinks I've an idea of where Sir Ulrika might have gone, Master. I know the way. Follow me.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Shall I assist?
Never fear, for I am here. At last. I thought we'd never find one.
A splendid discovery.
Huh. I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this. I'll admit, I did worry you'd forgotten me. Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
That Lady Margaret's a kindly soul.
Uh-huh. This false sovereign has been an enigma for far too long. We'll say we make for Vermin's eastern edge and investigate. Him. I've a rough idea of where our destination lies. Shall I show you there, Master?
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
Pray, slow your feet! You run too fast for the likes of me!
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but different masters favour different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies.
You've given me much to think about.
This ox cart's bound for Burnworth. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due. Sins?
I'll take that from you.
I shan't let them harm you.
Let us see what you're made of!
This brute has quite a temper.
Might we not use their range to our advantage?
Quite a few from up here. We see how high I can scale.
Splendid. Focus. A moment of indecision may spell our doom.
Fear not, 'tis well in here.
Bleeding rogue.
Those things can't always go.
Stand strong.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Of all a rum luck.
We've got goblins!
Shame I've no advantage against this bow. Are we all in the same boat?
We've arrived.
I've trained for this.
Ah, you've returned. How splendid! The cart reached its destination safe and sound, and from the tell of it, you...
Ox carts seem a convenient choice for longer journeys. I see no harm in making use of them as needed, Master.
Right you are.
This ladder can take us to new heights.
Now there's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far away.
Well met, son. How might I be of service? Welcome to... And quality's what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember... Misers die early deaths. Many thanks. I appreciate the...
This really is fun.
Are you in the market for something in particular? Always a pleasure.
Mayhap if I hang about, someone will buy it.
These my backs are acting up today.
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the former... hospitality in all Vernworth. You know where to find.
This inspires naught but misgivings. It's a shame. Welcome.
Have you business with the guild, sir? Have you found any of the items? discuss perchance.
Do come again.
So, well, we meet again.
And in the mood to stir up trouble.
Could use a dash of salt.
Not sure.
We must rest, though the sun is still up. Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Off we go then.
I hope you slept well.
I don't like this at all.
Aye, got some coin to spare your humble storyteller. What would you of me? I'll have no trouble, thank you. Gather round, treat your ears to a tale. By a master.
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
I'll greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, as today I shall speak of riddles and monsters with frightful mystique. In the north of Vermund is our curious tale staged, where ventured a hero oft left of the page. He delved into a temple of baleful feature, only to be confronted by a four-legged creature. But when our hero drew his blade, unto him a demand.
Interested in my wares?
Nod off where I stand.
Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a
I'd heard tell of him, so where's he get his coin then?
Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller.
This really is fun.
And should my story entertain...
If memory serves, there is another place we were to visit, not far from here.
Perhaps we ought to go there first. What say you, Arisen?
Listen close, and your focus apply to this tale of a giant who touches the sky. Our hero oft forgot...
Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
We ought to put it to good use.
started, out the front door he leapt, to behold what had approached a night as...
Aye, got some coin. What would you of me? I'll have no trouble.
Fancy a look at my wares?
If I could, I'd never leave.
Living. Gather round, gather... round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, and your focus apply to this tale of a giant who touches the sky. Our hero, oft forgotten by history in spite of his worth, awoke one fell morning to rumbling earth. In a panic he started, out the front door he leapt, to behold what had approached a night as he slept. 'Twas a mysterious figure, but be it friend or foe, on shaking legs did he approach, the better to know. Yet he did not get near, for afore him stretched the sea. The figure was striding through waters up to the knee. This realization explained the bizarre. What had appeared.
Well met, sir. In the end,
I'll have nightmares if I let myself worry much. Living hard. All this worry is giving me a back.
Well,
well met.
Couldn't hurt to rest my feet a moment. I'm the spirit of a woman half my own.
Good tidings, friend. As for me, I made the most of my week-long social. You see, I grew so fond of the destination my feet carried me off, and that's when I thought, mayhap I can't just give it to you, mind. I've my relocation costs to consider, but I'd sell it to you. Well, friend, what say you? Sorry I am to hear it.
Oh, 'tis the dream of many to own a home, master. Shall we gather the requisite funds to make it our own?
I quite agree.
Well met, son. How might I be of... Welcome to beauty. And quality is what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, many thanks. I appreciate.
What? Huh.
Wouldn't say no to a nice,
This
juicy
looks like
piece
trouble.
of steak.
I'd fain only don't ask me to lower the price any further. Much obliged, friend. I hope you're as pleased with the... Suppose I'd best be off.
Shall we get some rest then?
Our adventure continues.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
I hope you slept well.
You! Huh. This looks like trouble.
Mayhap I really would have been better off with Lake. Wonder if there's any easy work.
This looks like trouble.
Fancy a look at my wares?
This looks like trouble.
This ladder can take us to new heights.
Ah, excellent find.
You! You!
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
Oh, gross. Dark.
What should I get up to today?
Well, we can get the value concentration.
My body's not forgiving me for last night's scuffle.
That's the last straw.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
They can be most convenient, though they only travel during the day.
To do? Bloody vermin. Ruining my vegetables.
Over here! A forgotten riftstone we've not discovered lies nearby. 'Tis this way, as I recall from my last sojourn beyond the rift. There are one or two places of interest nearby. I could tell you more about them if you like, Master.
Goblin to front! We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Catch the spirit!
Think nothing of it!
Oh, I like that.
the first to notice we've all got different vocations?
Our respective abilities are unique as well.
Yeah, at the end of the day, our vocations are of little import. Mutual trust is what counts.
I hope you weren't expecting mercy.
I shan't allow any further harm to come.
This brute has lost the temper!
Might we not use their rage to our advantage?
Over so soon? Oh, we seem to have come through unscathed.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
I'll turn you into a pincushion!
Look there. Methinks I spy aught of use.
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
Seems you're on Come on then! Try your luck!
Lucky up.
That's worth taking.
Yon statue may yield new sights if we can reach it.
I can foresee no reason not to go see it up close.
Think you can run?
I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge.
Try not to get hit. Let's all let Vim go to waste. Masterfully done!
Once more!
Attempt such a feat.
Truly?
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found?
I cannot fault you, Sarah.
Glad to be of service.
Splendid.
Huzzah! What a team we make, Arisen!
It's no more or less than what one might have expected.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
Are we taking a load off so soon? We've only just rested.
Time spent camping isn't necessarily time wasted.
'Tis about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master? The creature's corpse will serve us well.
You cut quite the hunter's figure.
Would seem our fight is not yet done.
If that cannot be avoided, 'tis fight or die.
No quarrel here.
My sword strikes true!
Count upon my aid.
It seems we have enraged our foe.
I thought I'd met my end. Next to you, Arisen.
Tis a foe worth the Lord say our blessing.
No quarrel here.
Where ain't destroyed? Right where it hurts.
Yon chest lies maddeningly close.
'Tis a vexing thing, to see it so plainly and yet be unable to open it. Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
I'll wager I could make that shot.
Go right ahead.
You there! Are you looking to enter the village? You'd best go elsewhere, friend. There's no business to be had here. That's...
That man just now seems rather on edge.
You'd best go There's no business to be had here. That's...
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
Is that who I think it is? Aye, I reckon so. Rather more common looking than I'd expected. But I suppose that's neither here nor there. It's a question of skill, at the end of the day.
Look there, a chest! Allow me to open it, Arisen. Or you need a mic.
Well met, sir. How might fancy a look at my wares? Tis good to be busy. Work beget do come again.
Nothing caught your eye? That's a shame. Let's hope there's aught worth our coin next time.
The Arisen is ever prudent in the application of coin.
Well
You'll never reach our destination if you continue in that direction, Master.
What do you want?
Tis a letter most inscrutable, and I fear it will remain as such if we cannot find another piece to this puzzle.
Can't say I've any tidings.
You wonder how I know? For starters, it isn't just me. The entire village recognizes you for what you are. Not mysterious about it. We've our sources, but don't worry yourself. I'm actually can't offer you any help, though. Still, I suppose I could give you a bit of advice. If I were you, I'd try doing to someone else what I've a hefty wager riding on you, cuz.
All that obscure advice only to depart with nary a word of explanation. Shall we try doing what she did to us, then?
Ah, you must be the visitor I've heard so much about. Have you some business here in the village? You would know of our village? As you can see, is there aught else I can help you with, sir? Arthur. At least no one by that name lives here, sir. Arthur. At least no one by that name lives. As you like, sir.
This is the course. Nothing's free in this world.
I have no issue falling asleep, even... A good sleep does wonders.
Off we go, then. Ready to forge on?
Hail! I take it you're... How'd he know to expect you? Why not ask him yourself? You'll find him.
Now there's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far away.
Whatever could you want?
Greetings. I must say I'm impressed by your intuition, sir. I trust you are enjoying your sojourn. If you have any questions, ask away. I should be glad to aid you. If aught about our humble village seems strange to you, for 'tis here that thieves are instructed to begin with. Those who wander into the village are evaluated for their potential aptitude. Of course, you are no exception. Which is to say, you have... Is there aught else you'd care to ask? You're curious what I know of you? Naturally, I'm not the only one. Our village has its own network of spies and informers. You're the second arisen to come to Vermont, and you've allied yourself with Captain. In response, she's... Oops. Don't misunderstand. I'm no ally of the Queen Regent. Those who deal in information must ne'er align themselves with a particular... Is there aught else you care to ask? Arthur, you say? I've lived in this village many a year, but I can't say I've heard of... Is there aught else you care to ask? Beg pardon? A letter? Oh, you've made quite the discovery. Brass means imitating someone in thieves' cant. This letter means to say... Naturally, I can say nothing as to the who or what of the arrangement. Is there aught else you care to ask? Aye. Take care, then. You, sir, are worthy of inheriting my ultimate tech. Once mastered, 'twill allow you to fell all foes, both minuscule and mighty. Is there aught else you care to ask? Aye. Take care, then.
Well done, Arisen. You have acquired a Maester's teaching, an important milestone in mastering any vocation.
'Tis an honor and a privilege to serve a master so accomplished.
I'm not into it.
I'll gather these now. It would be a shame to forget their location when we need them most.
Not a foe in sight.
I'll take the peace and quiet over a horde of enemies any day.
Whatever 'tis, I'll thank you to leave me out of it.
It's rather valuable, this.
A fitting reward for a rigorous search.
This is for you, Master.
Never seen you about. You the outsider? My lord spoke of you. Come on, follow me. I've some...
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
While travelling beyond the rift, I uncovered a treasure chest hidden in this very locale. Shall we seek it out? There are one or two places of interest nearby. I could tell you more about them if you like, Master.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use...
Going this way now, I suppose. By your will.
'Tis not for us to gainsay the Arisen's judgment. We must go where we are bid.
The creature's corpse will serve us well.
You cut quite the hunter's figure.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
You made it after all. Guess that means I win. Dear me.
You're here. I've been waiting.
Take joys by the handful. I'm in no mood for a chinwag, thank you.
Huzzah!
Thank you, sir.
That's quite enough. This bodes ill.
You're the one then? Fie. I'd hoped I'd not be...
You didn't disappoint, did you? You've done well. Seems only fair I answer any questions weighing on you. Go on. Ask away. What can I say? Not many people bother with this place. Luckily for me, you were different. Knew I was right to bet in favor of the Arisen. Anyway, most visitors get fooled into going up to the manor. We send them packing with a trifle, and if they don't question it, good riddance. We only train the rare few who make it here. Some might go so far as to say that the entire village was built around this spot. That all you wanted to ask? Figures you'd want to know about him. We're supposed to be neutral. Ordinarily, I wouldn't say a word about one of our jobs. But I suppose I can tell you, the situation being what is. His real name is Dara. He was one of us, once. But he's been exiled. We had no choice, see? After he went off to play the false Arisen, we're men and women of shadow. Center stage isn't our place to stand. That's why he was cast out. He'll ne'er be part of our village again. That all you wanted to ask? For all this, Dara was in line to become the next Thief Maester, but he failed. Took a massive injury to the chest, so the title... That's when he went off, saying he used the scar in his chest to pose as the... And what a scheme that turned out to be, eh? Still, you'd have a hard time proving that he's not who he says he is. But we can't have him thinking that he gets to go off and enjoy a peaceful life, and me thinks he needs something to remind him of the debt he owes us. Now, as to the Maester's teaching, not sure you'll be able to use it to its fullest potential.
It is quiet about.
These old bones. Is the grave here?
So this is where you were, Master. I searched high and low for you.
Our party is reunited. Surely we can ask for no... more than that.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service? Fancy a look at my wares? Always a pleasure.
A lonely place, but not without its charms.
I dare say we'll not find this village's like anywhere else.
Indeed. All the while, 'twas a training ground for thieves of prodigious talent.
Took nary a moment. Now that we're here, what did you have in mind, Arisen?
Look, as long as you please. Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be. Have you found any of the items we discussed, perchance? Do come again.
These writings could be of import.
Goblins approach!
Impeccable! How dare you! Just about had it.
Swapping stories is one of life's
It chills the blood.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Oh, what am I to do?
I mislike the look of this.
Could you come over here?
Well met, sir.
What's all this ruckus?
There's no way out of this.
I don't like the look of this. A few heavy curses.
How?
I thought you might like this, so I picked it up. Here you go. We're in the right place, but the one we're due to meet has yet to show. Ought we to wait for them?
I'm not sure we're making any progress here. We might want to remind ourselves of the particulars of our task.
Steel yourself. This fight is...
Look, Arisen! The one we're due to meet has finally arrived. I must say, I'd begun to fear the worst.
Understood.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. A place with books likely to entice Magistrate Waldo, you say? Naught springs to mind, I'm afraid. Kendrick of the Gracious Hand is versed in many things. Perchance... There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. I bear word from Regent Ken Sven, your Majesty. He espied the delivery of a suspicious package to a man named Allard, a minister who happens to be one of the Queen Regent's staunchest and most from the pains he took to remain on scene. It is plain that Allard wished. That alone is reason to suspect a connection to Deeza's schemes. We must get the Regent Kin intends to call Allard to his chamber. He bids you to use this opportunity to search the minister's chambers and see if there's aught to be learned. I shall ensure that the door to the minister's chambers is open between midnight and dawn. Pray. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. Have you divined aught of the false sovereign, your Majesty? This appears to be a bill calling for the arrest of a man named Dara. But hold a moment. Does this man's countenance not bear an uncanny... I see. If your Majesty is certain that the two are one and the same, then I am convinced as well. Ah, but of course. I surmise your Majesty intends to put a clever plan. The Queen Regent will be forced to deny any connection to our new sovereign. Furthermore, it will serve as an attestation to Dara's existence, which shall remain an undeniable truth till the man resurfaces. And all the while, the doubts, a clever ploy indeed. I've no doubt that this bill will prove its worth in due course. You have my gratitude, your Majesty.
That thief maesters are capable.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. Ah, there is one of masquerades being as they are. You will require a suit. Much is made of appearances at such gatherings. And is there aught else you would speak of, your Majesty? So the acting chief of Melv was blamed. However, I've heard no report of her capture, so it may well be that she is safe. Perchance, is there aught else you would speak of, your Majesty? Do not forget that we work to serve the city.
We're off to Vernworth Palace, then. Let us make for the palace, that you might investigate Minister Allard's chambers. Though I cannot enter the palace myself, I will at least escort you to the entrance.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
It was an eventful journey, but we made it here all right.
Do you know how long you'll be?
You are the Arisen. Follow me!
Days like this.
Tis best you move along.
one of the other guards espy you, I will be forced.
I wish the minister would be more careful. He takes the sentinel posted outside his chamber.
I must ask you to leave this place at once.
Do you recall that package from the tower delivered to the minister's chambers last week? Well, between you and me,
What business could be so pressing that I must be summoned at this late hour?
I would not presume to know. However, it must be a highly sensitive matter for the regent kin to...
Or perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to the benefits my favor can bring.
My lord...
Oh, unwring your hands, you... As if anyone in this palace would dare say a... Now, if Wilhelmina calls, tell her to await me in my chambers. What are you doing in here? I don't recognize you. Guards, seize the intruder.
Surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the Sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be better discussed.
Let them talk. I'm too old to care.
Well, well. Yours isn't a face I'm accustomed to seeing around the palace. How did you get in here?
Oi! Who goes there? Who's there?
Tut, tut. Now, this just won't do. How's a lady supposed to work with all these interruptions?
Oh, 'tis you, Lady Wilhelmina.
Mm-hmm. Do excuse us. We thought to enjoy a little fresh air. Though we had hoped for slightly more privacy, if you catch my meaning.
Apologies, milady. But might I ask the name of your companion?
Are you sure it would be wise? Such knowledge has been known to cost a man his head.
Understood, milady. If anyone asks, I shall say I saw naught.
narrow escape. You should count yourself lucky that he was so easily flustered. I don't appreciate having my motives questioned. I did as I saw fit. Still, you are welcome to come calling, should the fancy take you, and should you have the gold for it.
It seems you've made a discovery regarding the false sovereign. First things first, we must speak with Captain Brandt. Follow me, Master, if you would. I'll bring you to the one you seek. Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
We ought to put it to good use.
Good. We're here.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. I know this sigil well. 'Tis the crest of the neighboring country of Batal, a land with which... Let me see. It reads, "True to our word, pray make haste in securing Melv, that all might be made ready ere our plans are set in motion." A meager clue, to be... Though, 'tis clear that the Queen Regent conspires with... Though the political situation is stable at present, much blood has been spilled between Vermund. I fear such a partnership would only portend, at any rate, to seem our search has led us to only more questions. Chief among them, what is meant by... I will investigate these matters as best I can. In the interim, Your Majesty, only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent's plot, can we be... And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this.
Azus. Now there's a name to remember.
As a reward for Your Majesty, you will of course require raiment befitting of the occasion. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim. Aught shall change once we have attended the coronation. If Your Majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so before we depart. Very well. Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? A place with books likely to entice Magistrate Waldo, you say? Kendrick of the Gracious Hand is versed in many things. Perchance he knows of such a place? Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Aught shall change once we have attended the coronation. If Your Majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so before we depart. Your Majesty, that attire, I apologize for my brusqueness. But pray, is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Do not forget that we work...
Look as long as you please. Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite...
the hour. Much obliged.
This inspires naught but misgivings.
Master, 'twould be prudent to rid yourself of any excess items.
Lessening our load will help to keep us light on our feet.
Well met, son. How might I be of service? Welcome to Pure, and quality is what you need if you want to sub. Five. So if we... Check the price, just remember. Many thanks. I appreciate the business. Welcome to... And quality is what you need if you... want to survive. Many thanks. I appreciate the business.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
I wish I...
Welcome. And quality is what you need if you want to survive. So if we... Many thanks. I appreciate the business.
Now, there's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far away.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on... the roads, despite the hour. Much obliged.
do you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are, or shall change once we. If your majesty has any unfinished, very well. The coronation is to take place on the morrow. We shall depart early in the morn, so your majesty.
Master, pray leave this place. My body, it refuses to obey me. There is a voice within my mind. It commands me, sways my very will.
Sways your will? Could it be that the godsway? We must quit this place, your majesty. I fear our plans may fall to naught. Let us return to the tavern. We've been had. The false sovereign commanded the pawns at the coronation. According to Regent King Sven, the pretender was wearing some sort of... I imagine this artifact is the godsway mentioned. Chance 'tis a tool that grants power akin to that of the true Arisen. Alas, unless we find some way to unmake this godsway's power, pray, allow me time to search for a way forward. I shall inform your majesty when I have prepared a plan of action.
Never could I have imagined such an outcome. What manner of artifact is this godsway? I suppose 'tis pointless to ponder. Let us await the results of Captain Brant's investigation.
There's no great shock to me.
Look as long as you please. Barely drag my arse out of bed. Weary.
Going on in town.
Tad rowdy.
Only fools and urchins.
I've more time than I know how to spend.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
I suppose all we can do is wait.
You'd best watch yourself. Do you know? An ill-mannered thing, aren't you?
Would that all my days were so tranquil.
Does life have
Such quietude is a blessing.
A minute now. Lines listening.
Would that all my days were so
Suppose I ought to earn my...
This place fills me with unbidden remembrance.
Would that I could always feel so fine.
Surely I'm overdue a day off.
I'd sooner stay out of that.
At least here I can let down my hair. Time is a slippery beast that must needs be tamed.
Good to see you, Master.
Just quiet about.
Could use a bit of excitement in my life. Suppose I best get to it. Trying to earn my coin.
I'll be down for
This place is very dreary. I like to come here when I need a minute to think. Crowns and politics are no concern.
What does that smell? I cannot place it.
Mayhap I'll go on an adventure of my own.
Take pride in it.
Everyone's busy with their own affairs.
Set my nose to the ground. So many happy voices carried on.
How everyone else makes it.
Seems my humming.
Welcome, sir. As ever, we are...
I've little enough gold to spend as tis.
Fair wind's coming. I can feel it in my bones. Seems naught ever goes on.
Just quiet about.
Me again.
Always the same.
Some call it cultured, I call it dull.
It's on me to bear what
This place is very dreary.
I take pride in my culture, and rightly so.
Can't remember the last time I had a...
I could use a bit of excitement in my life.
Nice place to sit and watch the world.
Feels eerie with no one about.
Where was I headed?
I'll ne'er tire of the tale that people tell.
Well now, you're...
What is it? Has something happened?
We have it on good authority that a suspicious individual passed through here.
We need to scour the area. Well, scour all you like.
In here.
Open up!
You're dressed rather austerely for a patron.
My humblest apologies, Lady Wilhelmina. We've had reports of an unseemly character in the vicinity, you see, and...
Preposterous. I was out front till but a moment ago, and I did not see so much as a shadow.
Be that as it may.
You are excused. Leave this place, ere you invite our noble host's wrath upon yourself. I will summon you if aught is amiss.
Pray forgive the intrusion.
And what business have you here? In the nobles' playground? Hmm? You've the face of someone in search of a juicy morsel. Would you be looking for this, perchance?
Come on, then. Keep pouring. Do you take me for some green lad who can't handle his cups? I'm your damned king, and a king deserves royal treatment.
Of course, Your Majesty. Tell us, Your Majesty, would you prefer more drink, or shall we find some other way to amuse ourselves?
Aye. Let's change things up.
I believe I cautioned you to keep your drunken revelry in check. Lest you forget, these celebrations of your valor are but a pretense for more serious matters.
I know. I do. It's just I get the poison in me and things happen is all.
You need only serve as our false king until Sven becomes consul. Till then, however, you would do well to remember that your role demands a certain degree of dignity. I trust you understand your position, Your Majesty.
Nay, I mean I. As you say, I'll go and sober up.
Why not remove yours as well? This is not the masquerade hall, and we now find ourselves quite alone. What say we dispense with such pretenses and speak openly with one another, Lord Phasus?
That will do. If you're discovered, yours won't be the only head that rolls. What is your purpose here, I wonder? If you came to learn of the Sovereign, then 'tis as you have seen. The man is naught but a ale-swilling pretender propped up by the Queen Regent. Of course, that begs the question. If he's a mere mummer, then where might our true Arisen be? You'd best go. I'll do what I can to help you make your escape. Come see me in my bordlery, whene'er you're so inclined. I'll instruct my attendants to send you straight to me.
So many happy voices carried on the wind. A place to soothe the spirit, yes.
This place is very chill. All this quiet makes me come around. Off to market I go.
This place always puts me at ease.
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
I'd sooner stay out of battle were it possible.
Never should have taken this shift.
Where to next? Troubles like to strike.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. Well, he is merely Desa's puppet then. Even were he to be removed, I suspect some, but if there's aught that compels my attention, 'tis this other man you mention. He seems a man of import, and yet, pray, allow me to investigate this matter further.
So, the false sovereign, Queen Regent Disa, and this Phasers fellow are all working together.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. Pray, allow me time to... Is there aught else you would speak of, your Majesty? So however, I've heard no report of... It may well be that she is safe. But is there aught else you would speak of, your Majesty? A place with books likely to entice Magistrate Kendrick of the Gracious Hand is versed in many things. Is there aught else you would speak of, your Majesty? Do not forget that we would...
Could you come over here?
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared.
Nice place for a picnic. I've got to press on. There's much needs doing.
Sounds too bright for these poor eyes.
Well met, sir.
Politics are no concern.
Fancy a gander? Fine wares all
Yes, the mistakes this time.
Mayhap if I hang about, someone will buy it.
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares all
I find any turncoats. I pity those who
Welcome.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your... Regarding the matter of the godsway, I fear there is naught to be done, save for your Majesty to venture to Batal, where you might uncover the false sovereign's secret. The sigil upon that letter from some days past, or the crest of the Batali Palace. Surely there's aught... Yet official dealings twixt Batal and Vermund are suspended. Passing through their fortress will prove a with such hindrances in mind. Few may pass through Batal's fortress, save Beastren merchants. With some coin, I was able to convince one such merchant to grant us that entry. But 'tis most fortunate that your Majesty is a Beastren. You ought pass through the border checkpoint.
You the Arisen? I've been looking. Sven wants to meet with you. Says he'll be waiting.
Just follow me.
Well then, son, how might I be of service?
Do take care on the road, sir. These are dangerous times we live in. You know where to find me. I fear I've no wisdom to offer. Look, as long as you
Fancy a look at my wares?
This place forgets one's troubles.
Are you in the market for something in particular? Do come again.
This ladder can take us to new heights.
We ought to put it to good use.
Are you in the market for something in particular? Always a pleasure.
Well met. Do take care on the road, sir. These are dangerous times we live in. You know where to find me.